Hi, everybody. I believe we're live on YouTube. My name is Danielle Ate the Sandwich. I'm here tonight to perform a concert for you. I'm going to be playing songs from my new EP release, which is called Original Songs from It's Not a Burden. This is a documentary film that just released yesterday on all the places you can rent and buy movies. Me and my boyfriend Michael watched it and loved it. I've seen it before and I loved it again. Let's just get started and I will play. Hold on. I just doing my thing. Just gotta see what's going on. Doing all these things at once. I'm waiting for confirmation from someone in the world that they can see me. But I'm gonna start with a song called I Could Have Sworn. This is a new song from the EP, and it is featured in the opening credits. So here we go. I could have sworn there'd be more time. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. You're saying hello, you're waving goodbye. And if only for a moment things are good and you're doing alright. Ooh, I could have sworn you taught me to breathe. Before you were here, I was a mess down at your feet. I could have sworn that you were just there. 'Cause when I'm reaching for my phone, I'm still dialing your number, dear. Ooh, I could have sworn when life began, I was wrapped in a blanket looking up at your hands. I could have sworn I thought it came free until my heart broke open and the room was empty. Ooh, come on. Gathered together, our heads were bowed. We were all quiet when the Father said aloud, nobody stays forever this way. And if only for a moment we forget what we never could change. So I'm gonna take your hand. I'm gonna lead you through this time. I'm gonna take your hand because I need to hold it as lead you through this. I'm gonna lead you through this. I'll take your hand, because I need to hold it as much as you need to hold mine. All right. Thank you. Thank you. That is song number 1. Can you hear me? Let me just get some things set up so I can see if you can see me, if you can hear me. Let me check for confirmation. Still don't have it. Okay, great. I'm just gonna lovingly type refresh to my boyfriend. Okay, so hi, my name is Danielle. I've been on YouTube for many years now, and I am really grateful for my following on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it now. Tonight I'm playing a live concert to celebrate the release of my new EP, which is 3 songs featured in the documentary film It's Not a Burden. So that last one was a new one that plays in the opening credits of It's Not a Burden. Has anybody out there seen It's Not a Burden? Katie Ford, I know you've seen it. It's an incredible film, a documentary about adult children caring for their elderly parents. So there's these amazing stories of different families around the country, what they're going through, what they are helping their parents with, how they're coping, and it's a very serious and sad subject, but there's so much joy and light and fun in the movie. So for me, I love writing about families and family dynamics and relationships and the complications of love. And so it was a true honor to be asked by my friends Michelle and Barbara to write some music for the film. You guys might also know that I wrote the soundtrack for Packed in a Trunk, The Lost Art of Edith Lake Wilkinson, and everyone can hear me, right? My boyfriend can't hear me. I'm not sure what the problem is. Sorry, let me focus. Who's there? Who's there? You're on the internet, Danielle. Don't let them down. They've been through a lot this year. I wrote the soundtrack for another amazing film that Michelle and Barbara made called Packed in a Trunk, The Lost Art of Edith Lake Wilkinson, which premiered on HBO in 2015. And I was going to play some songs from that film as well. This one's called Comin' Back Down, and it is about the human spirit, about not giving up, even though we go through so many difficult things, and something that we can all experience. And I think it actually ties in well to the film as well. It's called Comin' Back Down. Free as a bird, whipped like the wind, I'm doing my best just to stay standing, but it's a long way coming back down. coming back down. Thank you. Hello. Thanks everybody for joining me. Tell me where you're from. We've got Nevada, we've got Virginia, we've got Ontario, we've got Cincinnati. It's great to see you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'd also love to play, I'm going to play songs tonight. We're also going to talk to the filmmakers of the documentary tonight. And we are live. I'm sorry, this is hard. Have you guys been live before? There's like a lot to go. There's a lot going on, and I'm sort of a flaky, floaty person anyway. And I'm glad that you're here. Oh, I see. I think there's a problem. I didn't stream right, and I'm glad you're watching, but I didn't stream right. So that's okay. Who cares? It's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna be fine. Tell me it's gonna be fine. I'd like to play a song called Caught in a Moment. This is from the soundtrack to the film as well. And it is a really touching film. I'm sorry, it's from the Packed in the Trunk documentary, which is about Edith Lake Wilkinson, an artist who lived in the early 1900s, and she was put away into a mental facility. And so I wrote this from the perspective of someone who is caught in their own thoughts and running through a loop of whether it's insanity, anxiety, worry, and practicing the song and thinking about it. I think it can also be related to those who are suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's. The power of our memory and the way we live inside of our memories, our brains, our nostalgia. So let's play Caught in a Moment. Panicked, I am the restless one. Guilt struck, cat's got away with my tongue. I know I can make anything so. Caught in a moment. God is real, God is good, and He gave to me. But there were days when He took it playing live songs tonight on YouTube. I figured out what I did, and I would like to ask Sky and Scooby to do me a favor. Can you copy the link of this video and post it on the other video that was scheduled to go live that didn't connect, as well as on my Facebook page if you happen to be at a computer, and just try to redirect people who are oh, cool, we got a troll. You guys, we got a troll. Ignore them. If you can do that, that would be great. I'm also going to play Morning Glories. I'm playing songs from the films I've done with Greenie Films. And this is called Morning Glories. It's one of my favorites, period. Definitely from the film. It's about artists especially, who are marching to the beat of their own drummer and swimming upstream and facing difficulty doing that, but I think will ultimately be rewarded. So this one goes like this. It's called Morning Glories. Hold on a sec. I gotta do this looping pedal shoot. Yep, it's going great. It's going great. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. I am one of those who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. Who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. All the glowing morning glories and all the petals falling, all the flowing roads to freedom and all the fools who brought them. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. Left a certain haunting. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. I am one of those who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. Who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. And it's a growing garden, it's an open drawer. It hits you like the crash of the feet tapping happy on the floor. Shattered at the framing, all the risers stacked with voices of all the morning glories. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of the storm. I am one of those who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. I am one of those who became someone brave in the face of a storm. I am one of those who was waiting to hold the weight of the world. I am one of those who became you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you if you helped me find the link over here. Listen, I'm using a looping pedal down here. It's really cool, right? I can layer my voices. The weird thing is to like delete or clear the track. It's the tiniest button that I have to go like this and hold for several seconds. You think the delete button would be like really big and obvious and one that I could do with my feet, but I can't because life is hard sometimes. But that's what we're here to talk about. How are you tonight? I know we've got people typing in Skype, watching in from all over the world and country, I think. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. If you've known me for a while, I got my start in Fort Collins, Colorado, but I've been living in Kansas City, Missouri for a few years now. So it's cool to see you guys, and thanks for coming. Thank you, Sky. I am so happy and proud to be a part of this film that we're here for talking about. It's Not a Burden is the new documentary from Greenie Films, and it's a sweet, sad, sentimental, joyful, really cute movie about some really lovely families. I love my family. This is my grandma, Dolores. This is a picture frame I painted and gave to her as a Christmas gift, and when she died, I inherited it back. I wrote a song for her. Been writing lots of music for her lately. This one is actually a couple years old now. I wrote it when I was about to turn 33, just a few days before my birthday, and sort of had that moment of like grief and how I'm amazed and overwhelmed how grief hits and when it happens and how it works itself out. So to any of you who have lost someone and are grieving, I feel ya. I feel all your ups and downs and in-betweens and somersaults. And this one's for you, Grandma. My grandma won't be calling me when I turn 33 for the first year in my life. I got so used to hearing a voicemail of her singing happy birthday to me. The summer took her from us and she was glad to go. I learned the beauty of release. My cousins and my sister, my mother and the pastor held hands over her body. And we said the prayer that I once learned back when I was a little girl, and I remembered every word. My grandma won't be calling me when I turn 33 for the first year in my life. Peace and love to everybody. Moments are good and they're gone. It can get so complicated. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. It kinda makes me nervous to get calls on my birthday. If they knew me well, they'd let me be. My grandma won't be calling me when I turn 33 for the first year in my life. Peace and love to everybody. Moments are good and they're gone. It can get so complicated. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. that's a brand new song. Thank you so much. Thanks for those of you who are helping me. I'm going to play one more song, and then let's have let's Skype in, Zoom in. Who uses Skype anymore? What am I, from 2019? Then let's bring in the filmmakers, Michelle and Barbara. Let's do one more song and then bring in my friends. So I have the new release. Since there's some whoopsies, you can find the new release not in the link in the descriptions, but it's at my website, danielleatethesandwich.com/music. And it's not a burden. You can rent on all the streaming sites like YouTube, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube. Did I already say that? And their website is really simple. It's notaburden.com. So check out those links and rent the movie tonight if you haven't. It's really, really sweet and soulful. We're going to talk to the filmmakers after the song and learn more about it. So here's a cover. I think you'll know it when you hear it. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Should I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Should I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with Cause I can't help falling in love with you. All right. Thank you so much. Let's give me a second to get situated, but we're going to bring the filmmakers, Michelle and Barbara, into the room. They are the directors, cinematographers, creators, and superstars behind It's Not a Burden. So let's see what happens when we bring them in. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Hi, filmmakers. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you. Could we get like a quick medley of all the songs up until I Can't Help Falling in Love with You? Because we've been trapped in an elevator with a group of other people
I
in a room saying, I'm
know.
sure Danielle's fine.
I know. I'm so sorry. There was some goofy technology thing when I went live. It started a new thing, and I apologize to everyone. I made a decision to stick with it. You know what I mean? Ladies like us, we gotta go on the
I
fly. And I'm
do,
glad
I
that you
do.
got here.
And yet could you just let us know what we missed? What songs did we miss?
You missed I Could Have Sworn, a new song from the documentary film It's Not a Burden. And
Oh,
then I
fantastic.
played From Packed in a Trunk. I played Caught in a Moment, Coming Back Down, and Morning Glories. Listen, this link will be on YouTube. You can see it again. I'm sorry that,
Everybody, you can see it again. And that
yeah.
single teardrop you see coming down my cheek is that we missed those songs. And so
And
did
you will get to
another
see
group of
them
people.
later. You'll get to
Sorry.
see them later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the lady at the cash register that's just saying, we're sorry we missed it.
Hey, thank you for coming here. Thank you
Yes.
for being here. Congratulations. How has release week been?
Oh my God, it's very exciting. We're thrilled.
Yeah.
Just busy, busy.
It's been an outpouring of love. And, we're just so excited to have the film in the world after 6 years. You've been on board this journey, the train with us for 6 years, Danielle. You've been on the train with us a long time.
We've been
Since
friends for a while now.
back in the day, the bedwetter days, as we call them.
The Bedwetter, that's our first film. We worked on your short film, The Bedwetter. Then, of course, the 2015 HBO Emmy nominated documentary, Packed in a Trunk. And now the fabulous It's Not a Burden. We watched last night, me and Michael. Is so good. I've seen it before. I've seen versions of it, but I love the final cut. Watching it on our TV, like the big screen, was very exciting. So lovely to see you both like in it. Michelle, you're a you guys have made documentaries, but Michelle, is this the first one you've stepped into and really sort of allowed the camera to film you and your story?
100%. And, I still right now forget that I'm in the film. I'm so excited to talk about everyone else's stories. And then when someone brings up something like, well, your mom, and when you're with oh, right, that's right. That was happening. Yeah. So it is the first time. And I don't necessarily suggest it, but knowing that what we'd be making would be hopefully helpful to others. And, that's the reason you do it. But certainly, it's it can be harrowing to watch footage of yourself going through a lot of those things.
I relate. Like as a songwriter, there's a way to tell, use poetry or art to kind of convey a message of a thing you relate to, and then to like really be raw and vulnerable. It's slightly different, even though we're used to sharing our stories and being out there in an expressive way, but it's scary. Kudos. I think the film is especially touching to me because you're my friend, and I watch what you're going through with your experience of your parents, who are both delightful in the film. They're so sweet.
They are, and many of their children, I believe, are in your audience, and daughters-in-laws, and nephews and nieces, and all kinds of people like that. So they're all big Danielle fans for several films ago, and we're just, all thrilled that we were able to have you create these beautiful songs for this film.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for always including me. It's always great to work with you, and I've learned a ton about writing songs for other people, for films, for visuals, collaborating. And I've this is a kind of a personal thing. I learned so much about generosity from you too. Like you're so encouraging, and you want people to be involved and people to be showered with affection and credit and compliments. And whenever I stay with you in LA, you always get me, Barbara, Starbucks every morning. And I just like I feel like I've learned generosity from you guys. So thanks for being so kind.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Will this be on your Airbnb review of
It
our
will be, yeah.
visiting
Yeah.
musician or artist room? Yeah.
Right. I need to leave
But
that
I
Airbnb
have a
review.
question for you.
What is it?
What is it like when you get that first phone call from Michelle saying, "Hey,
Oh.
I've got something that I want you to work on with us"? Tell me.
I lean in and I think, okay. and then I go, I know it's going to be something that's perfect for me.
Mm.
It's happened a couple times now. I think the first time with Packed in the Trunk, I was really nervous, kind of thinking like, I don't know how to do that. I'm not good enough at this yet. But I learned a lot through that. And when you brought me this, I thought that sounds like like an amazing story. I would love the challenge of writing music that could accompany such a film. And you know, we've talked about some future plans, which you can mention if you want, but that sounds great for me too. And I think what I love about working with you too is you trust what I do and you know what I do, so you're not asking me to do something other than be me and show up as me and a combination of us together to
Yeah.
make a. So I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me in business.
Oh, you know, you're in trouble. Yeah. Cause we like your brand and it matches our brand, you know, and we're definitely, once we get this beautiful film launched into the world, we're going to we're already in pre-production on a short documentary about a woman named Heather Spooner with Ampersand Lettering Lab. And during the lockdown pandemic, terrible thing that we've all just made it through, hopefully, she started an adult pen pal league called the Letter League. And she matched people and lives were changed, connections were made. It's a beautiful story. And it's about supporting the US mail, and it's about supporting each other, and it's about connection. And a few of our producers that were on board for this film are on board for that. We have our dear friend and amazing artist, Hillary Carlip. I think she's watching also. She's going to create original art for the film. So, and the wonderful Danielle is going to do what, Danielle? Write some songs?
Yeah, I'm in. I've already started some. I need to send them to you.
Yeah.
I was gonna kind of work on this stuff. It's not a burden stuff, and then but I've got some ideas already.
On deck.
Barbara, I was gonna ask you. I love the cinematography. I love the footage. The filming is beautiful, and I was like, especially your eye for detail. Like you just some moments of the pets doing something funny, or you know, picking up on a quirky the scene with the mom trying to answer the phone, and just how are you able to capture so many sweet perfect details? Is your eye just like always looking? Are you what is your brain like?
This one calls me the noticer, because I'm always sort of noticing something that no one else is looking at. So often she'll be in a really important conversation with the person in the documentary, but I notice the dog. So I start filming the dog, and we're a one camera crew. So later in editing, it's not so good for us, but it makes us be very creative to use those specialty shots that I get of, you know, maybe a close up of the dog smiling, or, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So
Mom has 6 months to live. Barbara's on the dog. It's fine. It's good. It
The
works.
dog's eating a cracker crumb. Yeah, I really loved the details of the little things you caught, but I get what you mean, an editing nightmare. That's why we do it, right?
It's why we do it. It's what we love.
It's what we love. I was gonna ask you, was it difficult? I was kind of thinking of my own family. I think you even maybe asked me if my mom would be interested talking about her experience with my grandma. And I thought it would be kind of scary to get really honest and open about that. Was it hard for you to get the families to give you the goods, or were they pretty primed to share stuff?
Yeah, it was, because it's a vulnerable position you're putting yourself in. And the families that did step forward were really brave, you know, and willing to participate, I think, because they wanted to be a part of this chorus of voices that were kind of testifying to what this journey was like. And also, because we're so stealth, I think they forget they're being filmed. You know, Barbara's over there with her camera, but she's behind the lampshade. You're not even thinking about Barbara anymore. And then we're just a couple of daughters or a couple of you know, adult children and parents talking about what we're going through. And then, you know, we take all that footage, and they trust us that we're not going to, you know, show when their dress was tucked into their pantyhose or whatever. And it worked out. We, we're not, gotcha, aha kind of filmmakers. So I think that goes in our favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys make people comfortable.
Yeah.
I know that when I've stayed with you in LA, we've had a lot of conversations in the, do we call it the breakup chair?
With Kathleen, who I think is watching also.
Hey, Kathleen.
Don't want to have that conversation.
The breakup chair. We're not sitting in the breakup chair anymore.
No.
I've got some questions that written down, but I see some questions in the chat from the people watching. Michael Holloway, my lovely boyfriend, says, will you tell the story of how we met, the three of us?
Can we? Thank you,
Do you
Michael.
share that?
What a
Do
great
you share that
thought.
live?
And I believe anyone who's here will understand, because maybe you too have been heckled by Danielle at a concert. But I have a beautiful sister named Danielle, who unfortunately passed away. And we were in production on our short film, The Bedwetter. And I was up late one night thinking about the music for the film. And I, for no reason at all, except for the angels intervening, I typed Danielle into iTunes music search bar, and all these Danielles came up. Who are they? I don't know. But the one that stood out was Danielle Ate the Sandwich. And I clicked on it, of course.
And it's Danielle A, so it was up there.
Yeah, it was. And I clicked on it, and there was this Danielle that you all know and love. And I started clicking her music and thought, oh no, this is the real deal. And this is going to be something that's going to go on for a long time. And I heard Handsome Girl, which was a beautiful song and so perfect for our film. Yes. Is, says Barbara. She'll correct my grammar from now sometimes.
Why not?
And that's how. So we found out that you were playing the Hotel Cafe like very soon after, or I can't.
The same week.
We went to your show. We sat there. You heckled us from the stage. Perhaps we looked innocent and had not yet been heckled, or whatever the reasoning was. And we came up to you at the little merch window, bless you, Hotel Cafe, and I told you the story that we had this film, and would you possibly be open to it? And you said, I'm a terrible judge of character. I'm in. Yes, you can use my song. And I told you we'd make it up to you. I promise you, because we had no budget. And you very graciously allowed us to use that song, and we're going to make it up to you for the rest of our creative lives. So thank you for that.
Oh yeah, you're so welcome. I think you've more than made it up for me, and now we're just equal, or maybe I owe you.
Someone write that down.
I'll make a little coupon and give it to you for your birthday.
Yeah.
I also got a question from one of my friends, Mike Kelly. It's a great question. Talking about the music, can you talk more about the players in the band? So the songs were produced, my original songs were produced by Joanna Catcher, and she also did the music, the composition of all the music.
She composed the original. Yeah.
Yeah. So she did an incredible job and had these incredible musicians. How did you meet Joanna?
Yeah. So we met Joanna through mutual friends, Julia Noons, kind of folks of that ilk, of those great, indie artists that are kind of around town here. And Joanna just is beloved. And she has a group of studio musicians who are all gigging, but also in other things and whatever. And she just gathers them like the superheroes in whatever Marvel, what's the group of them called? I don't know what the group of
the Avengers.
The Avengers. She has these musicians and they're like the Avengers. And she just puts out a call, and it's drums, and, here comes Adam, and it's Pete, and it's, Liam, and these amazing, but for this project, I knew that I wanted you to write the three big songs that I needed. And we didn't, you were so patient, and it was this needs to feel like your heart has broken open, and this needs to feel like this. And you were just so incredible with that. But I knew if we took kind of the other heavy lifting away from you and let Joanna run with all the interstitial music and the score, and gathering all the musicians together, which she has that call, goes to the,
Well, and you wanted the 70s singer-songwriter.
we wanted that
the
70s,
band.
right. We wanted that 70s singer-songwriter sound with the drum and the guitars, and she was able to give that, to us. But we have harp, we have violin, we have cello, we have piano. I mean, we have all these, layers and instruments and all of that to support some of those, beautiful songs. Surrender, the arrangement of Surrender, and I mean, all of them, though, that opening song was everything I dreamed it would be, could have sworn, with the full instrumentation of the band to support you, and Patient Kind, again, just that wrap up that feels so beautiful. Like, it just was a miracle. It was a miracle the way it came together. And Joanna was such a great, I think, partner for both of us in this, to do all the magical things that she did.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. It was so fun to work with her and to work with the musicians, Liam, Adam, and Peter, and to hear how the songs were made. I mean, we did it in a weekend in LA, and it was pretty much done. I know she mixed it and kind of put the final touches on it, but it's a new sound for me because I got to play with these incredible session musicians, and under the sort of vision of Joanna to help fit them into the song, into the score that she was writing. So it's a great accompaniment to the film. I love the 70s singer-songwriter vibe too, and with my lyrics and vocals, I feel like a movie star when I hear it. I'm like, who's this sexy singer rocking out with these drums? Because it just feels really heightened, and it's very exciting to get to have worked with. Say that again, Barbara.
I was gonna say, I see you in the stadium singing them.
Yeah.
Right?
I gotta work on my dance routine. I have some more questions. Sky asks, she wants to know more about how the music composition goes with the back and forth process as the film and the songs develop. I can't speak for Joanna, but I think for you and me, what we've done is you've kind of sent me footage or things you're accruing, or photos and stories that you're telling, and I've started writing songs based on that. And I think a lot of these, I had a few songs that I sent that weren't quite right, and then as I watched later versions of the film, got, I think, especially the inspiration for Surrender, because I know Surrender for me was really based a lot on the car rides of you taking your mom to doctor's appointments, and Serenade Lane, and like that going home, and I have this memory of being a kid in the car, and we were coming back from some trip, and I remember like the street lights. I was sleepy and dozy, and I just saw the street lights passing, like looking up from a night car window, and for some reason I see that in my head, and I think of like what your mom must have thought about going home to Serenade Lane. So a lot of them came as you were making, again, the 6-year process that we've kind of been coming up with ideas, and then settling on songs that really fit what you needed for the film and that fit with the stories. And I think you helped me write some of the lyrics, like, we like this, can you make it more like this? And so there's a little bit of co-writing credit that it should go to you too.
No, I think it was just me saying, dig deeper to your inner poet that I know is there, like something like that. I think the words were all you for sure, but I know that, you did so much work, and then we kind of got you into town, and then it was like we were like on like this, like, not drug fueled, but this weekend where we had to get these songs recorded because we only had this little window. And, soon thereafter COVID hit, and, we were so glad that we had done that. But we were working together, like I said, all those years, but then finishing up the songs, and then we get there and it's like we had that limited, it was like, the Mission Impossible theme going in the background the whole time to really nail those 3 songs. And I'm sure it was a lot of pressure on you, and, we have some great iPhone footage that I might send you of you practicing in the kitchen, before we went to go, and you're, just practicing, stuff. And so it was just very magical, the whole thing. And we just continue to be so thankful for that, the way that process went.
Beautiful. I had such a great time, and I'm so proud of the work. I'm so proud to be in your film. I'm going to do a little. If you're just tuning in, you can find more about the documentary It's Not a Burden at itsnotaburden.com. It's available to rent. Me and Michael rented it on YouTube last night. I know it's on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and on some of the cable networks. So you can find out where it is if you go to itsnotaburden.com or search It's Not a Burden in the places you rent and stream movies. And the songs we're talking about, somebody said they want to hear the Avengers. The songs I'm talking about on my original song EP release can be found at danielleatethesandwich.com/music. So you guys are on social media as well. It's Not a Burden documentary film. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. People should follow you to find out more about the film, what's happening with all the families, and your new projects. I think I'm going to send you on your way and play some more songs. Does that sound all right?
Yay, great.
Great to talk to you.
Thanks,
Danielle.
Danielle.
Good to see you guys. I love you so much.
All right,
And turn it off and tune back in so you can hear
That's
the
what we're
next
doing.
songs.
All right,
Okay.
everybody keep enjoying. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Okay, that was fun. I felt like a TV anchor. My cheeks are blushing because I'm kind of hot. I put that spammer, I put him in timeout. I've just got to set up a thing really quick. So we're going to play more of those songs that we were talking about. Surrender is that one that I wrote specifically about the memory or the scenes in the movie where Michelle is driving her mom to doctor's appointments, and it's just there's a tiny camera in the car on Michelle's mom Elaine, and it's a really wonderful edit where it's just like the repetition and the conversations they have. It's one of my favorite parts of the film. So this is I'm playing this on my iPod, and I'm also gonna do a little bit of this, just get set up. Thanks for asking your questions in the comments. This is really fun. Thanks for tuning in. Let me get this set up. Okay, let's see if we can hear this. Here's Surrender from the new EP, It's Not a Burden. Okay, so a flower can still burst. The petals soak with the weight of their thirst. Okay, for a moment things are still. For a second while the wind catches its breath. Even daylight needs a little rest. When the moon comes out, it tucks itself to bed. Highway lights are brighter in the dark, and the dotted beams of drivers in their cars. The world is wild and restless. The world is wild and restless. The world is wild and restless. But the street lights always lead you back home. The street lights always lead you back home. Street lights always lead you. Okay, so the car ride's finally over. The pedals slow and we pull into the drive. Streetlights always lead you back home. Streetlights always lead you back home. All right, that's Surrender from the It's Not a Burden EP and documentary film. So let me do a little more configuring. I got all these buttons. I got all these things. Thanks to Michelle and Barbara for coming along to talk to me and answer some of your questions. I am having a great time. Let me just fix something. Sorry about that. This song is called Patient Kind. This runs on the end credits of the film. It became one of my favorites. The production is really cool. It's piano, that same like rock drums, big, but it's kind of a ballad. And it's about being your best in hard times, when times are tough and when you're under a lot of stress, and the hope that you can be good and kind to those, your family members, when they need it, and understanding. So it goes like this: Patient Kind. This is from the new documentary, It's Not a Burden. Did I have regrets? Did I kiss you as often? Did I tell you I loved you? And was it enough? Did I take your hand? Did I show you the right way when I let you go? Was it enough? So the memories fade, the faster I've been moving, but the road remembers all the stories that you told. They say love is patient, love is kind, and it may get harder, the road will be darker, but I'll show up each time. Love is patient, love is kind, and it may be harder, the road will be darker, but I'll show up each time. Did I comb your hair? Did I lay the best dress out? Did I remember the prayer? And was it enough? Were the words we spoke the ones you would have wanted? Well, we gotta believe it was enough. Love is patient, love is kind, and it may be harder, the road will get darker, but I'll show up each time. Love is patient, love is kind, and it may be harder, the road will get darker, but I'll show up each time. And in the magic of this healing, I let go of all this pain, and it felt like make-believing. For a moment I forgot what we became. Love is patient, love is kind, love is patient, love is kind, love is patient, love is kind, love is patient, Love is patient, love is kind, 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 ooh, yeah. Love is so patient and kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is. All right. Thank you so much. That was Love, Patient Kind, a new song from my EP release and the documentary film It's Not a Burden. So where do you find me? DanielleAteTheSandwich.com/music. Where do you find It's Not a Burden? Itsnotaburden.com. Thank you for coming to this live stream. I'm going to play one more song. I'll update this video with all the links, and I know there was some confusion on where the video started, so thank you to those who came over, and sorry about the mix-up. Thanks to Michelle and Barbara, the filmmakers of It's Not a Burden, and congratulations to the entire team. I know a lot of people, a lot of friends and family are rooting them on, and I'm happy to be one of them. So please check out and rent or buy the movie It's Not a Burden, the humor and heartache of raising elderly parents. And tell everybody you know, I really think it's going to change a lot of people's lives. So this is an original of mine, an old school song. It's called Faith in a Man. It's a fun one to play with the looping pedal. So if you like to sing along at home, you can sing this part that I'm about to loop. Okay, here's how it goes. Faith in a man. I put my 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 faith in a man. That's what you guys sing. Okay, here we go. Headed south on roads paved by man. We make our way furiously over steel built to rise above all the God-given glory of the world. I put my faith in a man. I put the tools to build the trust I have for him in his hands, and all the stony carved gonna tell our stories well. I put my faith in a man. We arrive at the mountain tall, with peaks as wide as a bird's wings, arches form back to hold the walls. Gravity is nothing more than what we've lost. We should have gone instead to Nineveh. Jonah knows the belly of the beast is cold. Still we drive through on a ride, and all the cars are dizzy dancing chorus lines. I put my faith in a man. I put my faith in a man. I put the tools to build the trust I have for him in his hands, and all the stony carved gonna tell our stories well. I put my faith in a man. All the bridges stand for me because I put my faith in a man. I put my faith in a man. I put my faith in a man. The curtain shore to shore. Curtain rod still hangs, garden hose still pours, telephone pole stringing that song from shore to shore. I put my faith in a man. 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 Oh, the stony card gonna tell our stories. Well, I put my faith in a man. All right. Thank you so much. I'm Danielle Ate the Sandwich. Thank you for celebrating and supporting me. Again, check out the documentary, It's Not a Burden, available to rent now. And make sure you follow those guys on social media to stay up to date with what they're doing and the amazing ways that they're using their art to give me jobs and help people, bring them comfort.